Hey, good morning. Today is a special day in Gar's Kitchen in Cape Nettic. Today I'm launching my roadside stand for Stella's Salsa. Stella was my mom, and so she was a great cook, and I wanted to make sure that I could bring some of her recipes forward. So this is a fresh salsa. All the ingredients are fresh. Obviously I'm using poblano chilies, serrano chilies, habanero chilies, but most importantly, we have the really reliable jalapeno chili. And I have this great pan that I roast my chilies on, so I have all of my chilies roasted. This is an amazing pan. I don't know where I got it, but I love it. Tomatoes, onions, I've got garlic, I've got cilantro. And as simple as this is, I just really use sea salt, I use some chili powder, some cumin, and then I use chili flakes. Sometimes I don't use chili flakes. And I go ahead and make sure that everything gets in the food processor, and then we transfer it to our glass jars, which we, make sure is sealed properly, and we keep cool, and we put out to the road stand. So Stella Salsa, I'll shoot a video after it's done so you guys can see the finished product. Thanks. All right, so I've got all my ingredients in the food processor, and I'm just adding the last bit of cilantro, and I'm going to chop it up or pulse it so it gets into a nice salsa type of texture. There's many different types of salsa. There's pico de gallo, there's fresh salsa, which I'm making here. There's also like a salsa roja, which is like where you add maybe some tomato sauce and makes it a little bit more table ready, but this is like a relish almost, and it's done in Mexico all the time.
That would be Luna.
So I've now pulsed all the ingredients, and let me just show you what this should look like when you're done. So it looks like salsa that you get at the table side at your favorite restaurant, except for it's much better because it's homemade. And I use a funnel to be able to move my ingredients into my first jar. It makes it a little bit easier when filling the glass jars. Fill it till you're almost full. Now, in some kitchens, you may want to do a water bath. That's also done to kind of just, seal it properly. I don't really think we need to do that here because we've got, cleanliness next to godliness here in our kitchen in regards to closing it off. But you close it off like this, and then what I do is I just grab a tea towel and I clean it off. And in a water bath, what I do, if I want to do it, and I may do it water bath, is I just get a pan with so much water and I put it in there, make sure it boils, and then it helps seal this before I put it out on the roadside. But that's Stella Salsa. This is going to be a hot version, so I use habanero chilies, jalapeno chilies, and so Tom gave a taste of this. He says it's a little hot. So I always make sure that people will know, like, this is kind of an extra spicy one, and so they won't be surprised. But Stella lives on, her recipes live on. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen, and happy Saturday.